Wake up and I feel like cash. Wake up and I feel like M's. My foot stays pressed on the gas. I'm glad I don't feel like them. They might just get flexed on. Got that spice like Szechuan. Can't be touched, I'm Teflon. Once I met Zac Efron. Go hard for the bros and the bros hot mine. Don't think for a sec that I won't drop on. Wanna stay for the show? Just log on to RoneDotCom. Get knocked off and we still rock on. Come to the pound, see a real top dog. Wanna stay for the show? Then just log on to RoneDotCom.
Woo! God damn, bro. Do you see this? I'm fucking soaked, bro. I was hoping some water would splash off of me just to illustrate this. Look at my fucking pants, bro. You can't even tell. Look at the back of my pants. And then look at the front. I got the two tones. Look at the back. Look at that fucking stripe of fucking moisture on my... Oh my... Oh my fucking God, dude. I'm soaked. Oh my God. What a fucking shitty day in New York. But one thing about me, bro, and first off, shout out to the fucking chat. Dude, you guys are probably wet as hell in here anyway. You guys wet or what? Dude, fire it the fuck off. Dude, they use those water guns for water today instead of actual fucking hard bullets. But, it's wet in New York. But one thing about me is I'm going to take my fucking city bike regardless. I'm a rain or shine guy. I see these people coming out in the other times of the year, and I'm like, you know what? You guys are weekenders. I'm the real fucking deal, the genuine article. Shout out to Trevor Willer, dude. I'm the real deal. I'm out here fucking biking in the fucking rain in all of the elements because Uber's costed it a plane ticket today. I was like, I could take the train. That's going to add fucking 20 minutes of walking. I'll get equally wet and be here a little bit later. I could take an Uber. It costs a fucking $100 plus to take a Uber. That's literally a round trip Spirit flight. That's literally what it costs to get kink shamed by a Frontier airline employee. That's what it costs to get in a fist fight on Southwest. And I wasn't doing that. I wasn't having that. $275 for the city bike. Vroom, vroom. I'm over here, but people are fucking crazy in the rain. People's cone of vision goes down. People's passer rating goes down in the rain. I don't know what it is. I was biking in. A woman just stopped in front of me and started screaming. I was like, bro, just keep walking. And it makes me almost become one of those people who's like, first day in New York? What the fuck's your problem? First day in New York? But regardless, what's up, chat? How are you guys doing? Sass wake-up call? Bro, I can't... This guy's brain has to function on a fucking million. I can't be Sass wake-up calling. All right, I'll do it. I'll do it. Fuck it. The chat gets what the chat wants. Sounds like it's raining in New York City. You're fucking right. Let's get Sass a wake-up call. What should I say to him? What should I say? I'm having a son, naming him Cooper. Okay, that's a sharp name. A little bit cheesy, but you know what it is. Honestly, if you're going to walk him, yeah, the bike was probably the move. That's what I'm saying. What should I say to Sass, though? What should I, how should I indicate that this is worthy of a call and not just a prank? Is his fridge running? Yeah. Yeah. Have you seen the weather we're having? Should I tell him it's raining? Sass is on a run already? Yeah, right, bro. We'd be able to hear him. His fucking slapping ass feet, his slapping ass Stan Smiths running in this rain, he'd probably cause a damn tsunami. Wake and bake. Tell him he's been drafted. The Portnoy picture is nasty work, bro. That has nothing to do with it. Should I tell him? I'm going to tell him about the weather. I'm going to tell him that it's raining out. He's not going to pick up, but this is fucking hilarious prank call shit, bro. This brings me back. Yo, bro.
What's up?
We still good for today?
At 11, yeah.
Just make sure you know that it's raining out.
Yeah, I'm aware. I gotta run to.
Okay, don't say you're live to tape on RoneDotCom. Little bit of a prank. Say what's up to the chat, bro.
All right, I'll see you soon.
Yo, bro, he walked right into that one. Oh my God, ruthless. The master strikes again. Prank wars. Ball's in your court, Lil Sass. What will you do with it? Just got his ass so fucking viciously. Call Francis. Morning. Should I do War of the Roses on Francis? Should I be like, this is John's Roses. Oh, miss FaceTime call. Holy shit. He's FaceTime me? Sass FaceTime me? What the fuck, bro? What the hell? You FaceTime. Yo, you just FaceTimed me?
No, you FaceTimed me.
No, I didn't. I just called you.
No, I literally just got a FaceTime from you.
If you had to send a dozen roses right now to somebody, we're running a new promotion, who would you like to send them to?
Your kids.
All right. Gotcha. Yo, bro. Am I the GOAT or am I the fucking GOAT, bro? I cannot believe I'm mercilessly bending him over my... I didn't realize I had 3 kids. Sass. Fucking brutal prank call. I've flummoxed him again. Call Francis and hit him with Sass told me to call you and make sure you were awake. Oh, wait, I'm going to call Francis and pretend that it's one of those things where, like, 2 people are prank calling both of us and be like, wait, you called me. But I'm actually calling him. I hope he doesn't say anything. I hope he doesn't say anything damning. Hello? Hello?
Marcus.
What's up, brother?
How are you?
I'm good. What's going on?
I'm home. Am I on RoneDotCom?
No, you were calling me. I thought that you were calling on.
You're kidding me, dude. We're doing that thing again.
Oh, shit. Is someone getting us with it again?
Sure are.
All right, guys. You fucking got us. The people that are fucking listening to this, I hope you're having fun. Who do you think it is?
It might be Harry at this point.
Probably is. That fucking...
He wouldn't be up yet.
Seriously. That Rathscallion. Yeah, but it's probably someone watching because they're doing it to us on the actual show. So who knows? I thought that you were calling. I thought that you had some explosive stuff for us. What's the deal with the fucking Influencer Classic? Why'd they screw you on that?
I don't know. Why don't we talk about it today on Son of a Boy Dad?
That's a good reminder to everybody. Listen to Son of a Boy Dad. Sorry about this. Whoever is pranking, I guess, got us again.
All good, brother.
All right, see you. Safe bike ride in, buddy.
Sounds good. You too. Bye.
The master strikes again. Ha! Holy fuck. Who is my next victim? Honestly, I feel like a fucking Chris Hansen's gonna walk in the door and be like, "You're a prank call predator. We need to stop you. We need somebody to we need someone to get in front of this because you are too ruthless." Oh my God. It's good because someone has been doing that to me and Francis. But the way I played it, I mean, they're gonna want to cast me in something. They're gonna want to cast me in some Hollywood shit. Big Cat, Brandon Walker, Frank Hank, K-Dick. Should I get K-Dick? Put K-Dick's number in the chat. I'm gonna hit K-Dick with a spin move that'll make Nikki Smokes jealous. How about fucking Nikki Smokes just dummying K-Dick? Poor bastard. Tell Nick how to beat Mario Bros. Is that a prank? I don't even know what I would say in that scenario. The tank? Okay, the tank is fun, but I can't even talk to the tank. I would have to prank call Jenks and tell Jenks to get the tank on the line. And plus, I need Frank the Tank for today because I'm shooting something with Frank the Tank today for RoneDotCom. Shooting something with Frank the Tank. We're doing the driving test in the city, and the fact that it's raining, any other content that we'd be trying to shoot outside, I'd be like, oh fuck, it's raining. Driving test with Frank the Tank versus Tommy Smokes in the rain is going to be infinitely more explosive. Infinitely more explosive. More elements, more chances to fuck up, more people in the way, more things just, outside factors that could fuck everything up. So we're shooting that today. Shout out to Alberto, the driving instructor. Alberto's going to be coming through at 1 o'clock. We got this, bang. Son of a boy dad after that, bang. Then we're doing the driving video, bang. Right after that, the driving video will be out tomorrow. Tomorrow. Quick turnaround on the driving video. Just two guys just trying to drive in the city. And it's going to be Frank the Tank against Tommy Smokes. Tommy Smokes has never driven on the highway before. Frank the Tank, I've driven with, not a bad driver. I think he was in a minivan when I drove? But one time he invited me to a Devils game. And we drove around. We just listened to yacht rock and drove. Like this, he can drive. I think that he chooses not to now that he has Jenks in the fold, but he can drive. So I'm anticipating Frank the Tank to be the one who comes out on top. And an interesting story about this, obviously Tommy Smokes will be his adversary because I just told you that. But originally I wanted this video to feature the new Tommy Smokes, Meek Phil. I wanted it to feature the new apple of Barstool New York's eye, the guy who has been infused with turkey baster full of cockiness now that Dave is giving him approval rating scores that are going through the roof and that the Knicks are taking care of business. I saw him this morning. He was in early and he was dragging his balls across Chris Clemmer's laptop. He was taking a shit into Chris Clemmer's laptop and then smushing it shut and opening it up like a grilled cheese. And he just looked at me and winked. I'd never seen anything like it. This guy's so damn cocky. And I wanted him to be on it because obviously Q score through the roof. Shout out to Meek Phil. So I called up Meek Phil the other day. I was like, hey, I need you for a video, or I'd like to have you in a video. I didn't even say I need you. I came imploring, hat in hand, genuflecting, on bended knee for Meek Phil. And Meek Phil hits me with, no, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to be in your video where you give out cash to people just for participating. I don't want to do it. What? I'm trying to feature you in content. I'm trying to pour the fucking stuff into your star. I'm trying to shine your bust, your portrait. I'm trying to make you more prevalent, get more page views and more rich. And he's just flat knowing me? What? What the fuck? What do we think of this? Meek's freaks and Meek stock down. And his stock is so high that maybe he's just like, no, I only do what the fuck I want. It's like Alex Cooper level. When Alex Cooper was like, I think I'll only come in to do Call Her Daddy. It befuddled me. I so often try to include other people in content, and no one really says no unless they're like doing something else. Nobody's just like, I'll be here, but I'm just going to not participate in that. What do we think? Rone lost his pulling power? Maybe. Is Meek too powerful now? Maybe. Meek's mom might be protecting him? Maybe. Rone, did you ever go to a Diddy party? No, I did not. No, I didn't. But I just wasn't invited. What does Meek do if not that? What was the reason? He just was like, I'm not comfortable being in that video. I guess, I don't know. Boundaries? I guess you're having boundaries. I'm giving you cash, and there's going to be a driving person in the front seat, and you're going to be in Manhattan where the average traffic speed is 7 miles an hour. No means no. So he's just hitting me with a no. No. And it's a hard pill for me to swallow. But I guess no means no. Like I read in all the books, Meek is behind the camera, man. No, he's not anymore. Have you seen the streams? He's literally sitting in the front middle seat, rah-rahing. Meek has the pom-poms. He's going in Clemmer's face. Clemmer, a fellow Mets fan. Two guys who are almost always on the same page, going head-to-head. I actually need to find some fucking Clemmer Meek content where they can go head-to-head. And I know that Clemmer will say yes. I know that Clemmer's a team player. Meek puts the me in Meek. And I'm putting the eek in it because he's scaring the fuck out of me when he's wielding this power. He's a big me guy. Meek. Rone, call my boy Tex. See what he's up to. I don't think we're allowed to, but me and Tex are on good terms, and we always have been. And you know, I talked to Tex even after he was out of here, but I don't think that we're. I think that Tex is. There's some kind of kibosh on content with Tex. I think that things were acrimonious. What the fuck does acrimonious mean, bro? What are we talking about when we say the word acrimonious? Did I use that word? Acrimonious. Okay, acrimonious means okay, angry and bitter. Yeah, see, hit the nail on the head. Things are acrimonious with the Tex man right now. Call Mike the Bike. Okay, should I? All right, Mike the Bike used to be the intern. What should I tell him? Mike. Okay, Mike the Bike. I think he's in California, but I'm gonna hit him with the fucking Gangski. I'm gonna tell him I got Walker Kessler on the phone and he's coming to the Lakers. I'm fucking bursting with anticipation right now.
Your call has been forwarded.
Okay, what the fuck is this, bro? Phil won't be part of my content. Mike the Bike won't pick up my calls. Am I fucking done? Does nobody fox with me anymore, dude? I don't understand, bro. I don't understand. Okay, here we go. Yo, brother, what's good?
Yo, what's up? I'm sleeping.
Oh, shit. Sorry, bro. It's Rone.
It's all good.
How are you, bro?
What's up? Chilling. What about you?
I'm chilling. I just wanted to call you because I was talking to I was doing an interview with Pat Bev yesterday, and I talked to Walker Kessler, and he said that he's a big fan of yours, and that he said off air that he's probably getting traded to the Lakers.
What the heck is this?
I talked to Walker Kessler, and he said that he used to watch Young and Happy, and he's a big fan of yours, and that he's probably going to get traded to the Lakers for 2 first-round picks.
Dude, that's sick. I love Walker Kessler.
Really? I didn't even know if you know who he was.
Bro, I'm the biggest NBA head you'll ever know.
Is that right?
Yeah.
And do you still fuck with the Lakers?
Yeah, I do.
And the fact that he fucks with you is pretty insane.
Really? No, I'm not trolling. I really think Walker Kessler is a good player. He's like one of the best defensive centers.
And he'd be perfect for the Lakers, like a pick and roll lob threat.
Yeah.
True. Okay, I'll give you a call back, but I just wanted to give you the good news.
Dude, you're lying.
What? No.
There's no... Danny Ainge is not making a trade to the Lakers.
I said for 2 firsts.
All right, if this ends up being a prank, bad things will happen.
Bad things will happen? Fuck. Okay, it's a prank. Please do not fucking do bad things to me, bro. I'm sorry, bro. Please do not do bad things to me. What kind of bad things did you have in mind?
I'm gonna put a hex on you.
Fuck, bro. Do not put a hex on me, bro. Please. I'm sorry, bro. It was for RoneDotCom. The chat just wanted to talk to you, bro. I'm sorry, bro. Please do not put a hex on me.
No, you're good.
I still love you, bro.
Yeah, same here.
I'm sorry.
All right.
Are you mad at me?
No, I just woke up. I can't think straight.
So did you have your hopes up, and then I let you down a little bit?
I knew it was a prank at the time.
You knew? Fuck.
Yeah.
I probably lost my touch, huh?
Yeah.
All right. All right, bro. I'm sorry. I love you. I'll talk to you soon, all right?
All right, man. Later.
Fuck, bro. And now he's going to put a fucking hex on me. I put this on you guys, bro. God damn it. What the fuck? Call Bad Bunny? No, bro. I'm not. See, I can't listen to you guys anymore. You guys just put me in a bad spot with Mike the Bike. Last thing I need is a Lakers hex. And he said he loves Walker Kessler. Damn it. Fucking brutal. God. Fucking call YP and tell him he can have Barstool Outdoors back. See, you know that I want to do this shit so fucking badly, but I can't. I can't. I have to. That hex better not. See, you guys are in on this hex now. You guys are fucking part of this hex. Just because you wanted me to go morning talk radio style, you wanted me to go fucking Chio in the morning style and do the fucking War of the Roses on people. God damn it. And he loves Walker Kessler too. I should have just left it as is. I should have said it wasn't a prank. He would have fucking never. He doesn't even know I have this fucking show. God damn it. Okay, we have a good show. We have a good show. We have a good show for you guys today. So at 10 o'clock, we're doing another top 10 at 10. We have Spider coming on at 10 o'clock. We have Spider coming on to rank the top 10 Barstool, Preston and Rone. It's a fact, bro. Call Colton Jones. I can't, bro. I cannot listen to you guys. I cannot. I bent the knee too hard to the chat just because I fucking seek approval so goddamn bad. I'm such a goddamn people pleaser. It's left me at odds with one of my best friends in the world, Mike the Bike. We have top 10 at 10 with Mike the Bike ranking the 10 Barstool employees with the highest emotional intelligence. We have to find out who has good-ass emotional intelligence. I think that's one of the things that maybe a lot of people at Barstool lack. And I don't know if emotional intelligence flies in the face of the ego that inherently comes with being a Barstool employee. I know that a lot of people come to Barstool right away and, their shit just stops stinking when it comes out of their ass. And they're the first people to know it. It's insane. But I think that emotional intelligence is something different than that. And I think that Spider himself has incredibly high emotional intelligence. I think that Spider is mischievous, is a bit of a prankster from time to time. I think he's one of the all-time great guys to have around. He's just so fun to have around. He's always, goofing around. Sometimes he'll get like a little bit upset. Sometimes he'll get in a little bit of a bad mood, but that makes him more human. And I think that having good emotional intelligence shows that someone is a highly evolved human being. Call Maxo Cream. How do you guys know that I have Maxo Cream's number, bro? I'm not going to do this. Too much tism in here for a high emotional intelligence. See, I think that's incorrect. I think that people with autism can have extremely high emotional intelligence. I think that you have a base level understanding of autism if you don't think that there's emotional intelligence involved with some types of autism on the spectrum. Does Dave let you bust on him for being a... Okay, I'm not going to say that. I'm not going to say that shit out loud. Emotional intelligence equals weakness. Interesting. I think that there could be... I'd like to hear more about that. There could be something to that. Emotional intelligence equals weakness. I think that emotional intelligence has something to do with wanting the best for the people around you and empathy. And I think a lack of empathy can let you go further in life because you're only caring about yourself, and having too much empathy can cause like a little bit of a dragnet. But I don't necessarily think that that's the case. Rone, you should do a Rone Eats of Caribbean food. Rone Eats, I don't think is a series, but as far as other series that we do have coming out, Donnie is sending out the backpack, so we are going to be able to do a little versus little. Hopefully it'll be out here by next week. That'll be fun to be able to do a little versus little live stream next week or some shit like that, me and Large going to 2 places, but we need to know which Littles should I go to. That's the thing that we need to figure out. What Littles should I go to? If I'm going to go to 2 Littles, what should the first one be? I'm going to give you a list. Little Italy, Chinatown, Little Ireland, Little Manila, K-Town, Little Odessa, which is Russia versus Ukraine, Tokyo versus Koreatown, India versus Pakistan, Bangladesh versus India, Argentina versus Brazil. Which one should I do? Which one should I hit up? I'm leaning towards Little Italy versus a Little Ireland. Little people town, okay? Little St. James, okay? That sounds fun. Now we're fucking talking. A little bit of Little St. James sounds real fucking interesting. K-Town, I think we'll get there. But I think that unless we get something explosive, I think we got to start Little Italy and then up to Little Ireland. We could do a lot in Little Italy, pop up to Little Ireland, get a little Guinness pint, me and Large, making content in the city, shaving it down. And then I wanted to do another series that's kind of like the resurrection of Diss Week, but it's not like dissing everything that happened that week. I think that it's bringing in a rapper, finding them something that they want to diss in their life, whether it's a sports team, an athlete, a politician, the price of fucking eggs or something like that, making a diss track about that. But we need to have proof of concept so we could show it to other rappers. I messaged Murder Mook about it. It'd be nice to have Murder Mook come in and do the pilot with me. I hit him up. I said, I have a content idea. And so I'm dangling the bait for Murder Mook. It'd be nice to have Murder Mook in. So got to run that one up. Got to run up more little sass content. Got to run up some fucking golf content. Have to hit people with some golf content. 'Tis the season for golf content. And it seems like they'll throw some fucking money at golf content. The fucking walls could cave in, but they're going to have 18 cameramen out on the golf course making sure that the golf content is good. So I might as well get in the game. Apologies to Foreplay. And, well, before I even hit apologies to Foreplay, shout out to fucking Frankie Borelli, bro. Welcome home, Frankie Borelli. The role you were born to play, my friend. A father. So excited for Frankie. If we're talking about guys who have high emotional intelligence, ooh-wee. Spider's list might be invalid if it does not include Frankie Borelli. That guy is such a nice guy. One of the easiest people to hang out with. One of the funniest people. One of the type of guys who is funnier than everybody, but is such a generous laugh that he makes you feel funny. Such a guy who's deserving of success and happiness in his life. Talented beyond belief. Best golfer in Foreplay. Maybe the best musician at Barstool if you factor in the fact that he could play the drums. Best whistler at Barstool. Incredible singing voice. He has it all. Frankie Borelli has it all. Probably a beautiful house. Really nice man cave. I don't know who's got a better man cave than Frankie Borelli. So all these things line up to a guy who you want to root for badly. And then he gets to have a kid. He gets to have Frank the Fourth. Oh my God, that's hard. Someone that you just root for so much. Someone who's going to be such a fantastic dad. Someone who's caring, creative. Just so happy for Frank Borelli. I'll spit on it and then do tricks on it, bro. Shout out to fucking Frankie Borelli. He's the man. I love him. Yes, I love him. I love Frankie Borelli. Do a day working at Billy Football's farm. I would do that. Oh, shout out to Billy Football. I would go up and bale some hay. Shoot a cow with an RPG, whatever he's doing at his farm. I know he's doing some different shit. Frankie Gabagool. His dad's still crying. I get it now. I get Frankie's dad's tears now because he is of the utmost emotional intelligence himself, and he just feels life. I think that that's, I guess, the theme of this show, people that just feel life in the right way. And I think that brings us to our next segment, which is a segment that I was going to try to do on the 9th of April. But fortunately, my sons were born that day, and unfortunately, I wasn't able to do the RoneDotCom that day. But that segment is the name of this entire episode, and that's Good People, Bad Takes. And it happens to all of us at Barstool. We are fountains of information and opinions at times. Sometimes we just have to crank out the fucking opinions. Sometimes we just have to put stuff on the internet, and maybe it's half-baked. Maybe it's something that we haven't fully thought through. Maybe it's something that we truly, genuinely believe, and it's still a bad take. So I'm not sure what these are, but I hand selected a couple of these, and I'd like to know, chat, if you could think up some other ones. But these are good people who cooked up bad takes in their day. And there were a couple that were suggested to me as I was initially gathering this information that should be honorable mentions. And I think a couple of them came from, I think one of them that was really pushed was, I think Big Cat said that he's not a hammocks guy. And a lot of people said, ooh, that's a good guy. That's a bad take. But unfortunately, I think that I'm not anti-hammock, but I tend to agree with Big Cat that a hammock isn't an S-tier way of sitting. For a guy like me, an L5 S1, it doesn't have the lumbar support that I'm looking for. You know, it kind of curls you, it scrunches you up into a ball. Of course, a still photo of a hammock between two palm trees in front of the sunset, that's idyllic. That looks fantastic. You see someone sitting in a hammock in a nice urban park between two trees and there's lots of foliage going on. That's nice. I enjoy that. But in general, I'm not going to spend a ton of time in the hammock. Then you reach for something or you need everything in the hammock. You get spun over in the hammock. So I'm not, you know, it's not exactly for me. Ooh, someone in here said Big Cat likes Grateful Dead and there's a garbage can next to it. I'm not the biggest Grateful Dead guy myself, I'm sad to say. I love John Mayer. I've never have had the utmost appeal for the Grateful Dead. And I've tried mushrooms, but still the Grateful Dead aren't for me. But that's not here. Maybe that's my good guy, bad take. That might be a bad take on my part. But the Grateful Dead has never called my name. And I've tried to go to the great beyond to be called. You know what I mean? I put my number out there for the Grateful Dead to try and contact me. And they never ripped my little tag off those signs that you see on light poles throughout the city. Yeah, hammocks sound good in theory. The other one was cruise control. That was in the honorable mentions. Cruise control. Do we love cruise control? Do we think that cruise control is something that we use a lot? And I think it's something that I see more in theory, but I don't really jump on cruise control like that. But I'm more of a, go with the... If somebody's in front of me, I want to get around them, or I'm trying to get from A to B as quickly as possible. I'm not a weaver, you know what I mean? But I've made a basket in my day, you know what I mean? I played lacrosse with Native Americans. But let's get into our actual list. So I have a couple of them. I got a holiday 4-pack right here. And so do we have hard copies of these tweets? Or okay, let's get to this first one. Because this is good people, bad takes. And these are from within the Barstool universe. Man, I'm getting fucking fat from having kids. Okay. I think you have to have a serious mental illness if you think this is cool. And then weed was cool when it was taboo. Can we play this video? So this looks like a beer pong type of situation that's set up where bong rips are like preloaded into the water and you just take a hit of the bong when someone hits your cup. And you have to have a mental illness to think that playing a drinking game that involves weed and not drinking. I think that unfortunately for Ebo, all due respect to Ebo, good guy, bad take. Who are you, Ebo, my friend, to yuck someone else's yum? If you play a drinking game, what is the inherent difference than a weed game? I don't smoke weed anymore, so I'm not on the weed train anymore. This isn't me putting on the cape for weed people, but why shouldn't somebody be able to enjoy what they enjoy on their own time while they're relaxing on the beach? We're going to call people certifiably mentally ill for playing a game on the beach? Why are you the pop police, Ebo? why are you the sheriff of smoking? It doesn't make sense to me why it would be cool when it was taboo. I think that maybe says more about your perception of weed. I think that a lot of people who just genuinely enjoy smoking weed probably like how it makes them feel. They're not doing it because like it's a Tyler Durden like social act against the man. I don't think a lot of people who like smoking weed are trying to like, you know, graffiti it, are trying to do an act of controlled civil disobedience. I think that probably a lot of people who like to smoke weed just like smoking weed because they like to smoke weed. And I think there's probably a greater population who are like, weed's not for me. But if you're like, you're a fucking lunatic if you enjoy a game that involves smoking weed instead of drinking. I think that the way things are going, a lot of people will say that weed is a little bit healthier than drinking. Weed is definitely not going to give you the hangover that drinking is. It will have other adverse effects on your life. Maybe it can hurt your lungs. Maybe, you know, it could hurt other parts of your health. But why are we coming at people, especially in such harsh terms? We don't need to go so harsh terms with this, that you're certifiably mentally ill. Again, I'm not a weed smoker anymore, but if you want to fucking smoke your weed on the beach and play a game with it, have at it. Live and let live. Que sera, sera. You know what I mean? If that's their prerogative, who am I to have an opinion on it? In short, who gives a fuck? But otherwise, utmost respect to Ebo, great athlete, played in our basketball tournament, stud. One of the things that showed me that Ebo's a great guy is when he put up the video of him cleaning the Mostly Sports studio. You could probably count on one finger the amount of people at Barstool who are going to be like, I'm going to willingly clean my workspace. We are truly Neanderthals, and I think that says something very strong about Ebo. But good guy. Bad take. Let's load up the next one. Okay, this is one from Ray. Good person, you know, value add to the New York office. Top 3 icks. Let's watch the video.
My top 3 icks, dirty fucking people. If your ass stinks when you get up, you need to go to the hospital.
Fine with that.
Fake, weird energy. If I can tell you're being performative and just not a real person,
with this.
I cannot stand it.
Fine with this.
I have to get away from you. Thinking you're better than... You are nobody.
Yes.
You are
totally
nobody.
agree.
I'm nobody. We live on this fucking spinning rock. Nobody is better. I don't care how famous you are. I don't care how much money you have. You ain't shit.
That's right.
At the end of the day, you ain't shit. Know that.
Heard.
A guy who plays bowling.
What the fuck?
Top 3 icks.
Now what the fuck? I'm with that. If you stand up and we can get stink lines coming out of your ass, that's bad. I agree with that. Good take. If you're being fake, weird, performative, and you think that you're better than somebody just because you got a little bit of fame, 100%. I think that calls out the same people I'm trying to call out in the office. Coming at bowling? You're coming at fucking bowling? Ray, that's a bad take. And you know why that's an even worse take coming from Ray? Because she does a show, Mocked Up, where she makes mocktails. She's not that much of a drinker. Bowling is one of the all-time best sober activities. Bowling is good, clean fun. When my wife was pregnant, we go fucking bowling because it's like, oh, hey, this is something fun to do. We feel like we're out in the world. We're among people who are drinking, but we don't have to bowl. Anybody can do well at it. There's such a low barrier of entry. You could put up the bumpers. You could order some nachos. If you want to have a beer while you're bowling, that's fine, but you don't even have to do that. You could put on the arm guard. You could wear a fucking cool button down. What the fuck is wrong with bowling? Come on, Ray. It's a fun, sober activity. Also, I thought it was interesting how she said plays bowling. Yeah, bong bowling. That's what we need, bro. If someone hits a bong out of a fucking bowling ball, Ebo and Ray are going to join forces like goddamn Captain Planet and fucking go scorched earth on people. You have a serious mental illness if you rip bong and bowl. The two of them will be fucking pissed to see some bong bowling. Bowling is a gay activity. Ray is right. What the fuck? What the hell? Bowling is gay? I guess just stuffing your fingers in holes like that has a... No, because everybody has holes. It's not, bowling's not gay, all right? Bowling's not gay, and it's not a fucking ick, bro. Let people play bowling in peace. Bowling is like wholesome, all-American activity, bro. What? I go bowling and I'm straight as fuck. Thank you. Is it gay to go bowling? Being really good is cringe. Just be bad and have fun with the rest of us. Yeah, I think that if you're like super competitive, or you know, you have a Spanish accent while you're doing it or whatever, I think that could be bad if you throw the ball and fucking... But even like if you roll it, I would love to spin it, but I don't go bowling enough where I can waste some throws on trying to get the spin down. I'm throwing it straight. And that's proof that bowling's a straight activity. Maybe if you're spinning it. Okay, so we have some dissent in the comment section. Is bowling a gay activity? Start a poll. Is bowling gay? Just yes or no. Simple as, is bowling gay? And we'll let you guys weigh in on this one. No, okay? Starting off with a heavy no. All right, that's what the freak I thought. Spares are bundles of sticks in French. Okay. Spares are for bundles. Okay, but that's not French. That's more of a British term. But I know what you're saying. Gay dudes don't bowl. I don't know if that's true. That one I'm not sure of. But I just think that, I just disagree with that, right? I don't think that that's fair, especially to our sober brothers and sisters who just want some social stimulation, who just want to be out in the world enjoying shit. Is trying hard at bowling gay? I think that's it. So we got 80%, 79%, 80%. Wrists are too limp to bowl. That's another good thing. But maybe that's why you have the arm guard. It kind of, steals the wrist. Kind of gay after you throw it. Yeah, the form, I guess, the little kick is a bit borderline. But I know what everybody's saying. Let's get to this next one. We have two more in here. But final vote, 77% no, 22% yes. Okay, this was a wild one. And I don't know if I don't know if Nicky Smokes is a good guy. But I was joking, and he's too divisive where people will actually be like, yeah, he is actually a bad guy. He actually is a very good guy. And easy to root for. Especially because what you see is what you get. And with some people, what you see is not what you get. And that makes them harder to root for. And that's Ray's second point, fake-ass performative people who think they're somebody, people who on camera, they're a little bit different. Nicky Smokes, what you see is what you get. But he said getting lice in elementary school was the equivalent to getting AIDS as an adult. Getting lice in elementary school was the equivalent to getting AIDS as an adult. First off, was the equivalent to getting AIDS. He must be April Foolsing us. So what do we think? He's right? Is he right? Is Nicky Smokes fired? Obviously not, bro. What the fuck are we talking about? No, he's not fired. Nicky Smokes isn't fired. Nicky Smokes value add. Nicky Smokes got canned last week. He's on a trip with K-Dick right now. What the fuck are you talking about? And there's content coming up that he's going to be part of. What the fuck are people talking about? So is it the equivalent of AIDS? I mean, I don't even know anybody that got lice in elementary school. We did the lice tests all the time. I don't know anybody that actually, and maybe they swept it under the rug, you know what I mean? But maybe they just put them in like an internment camp or something like that and didn't let the rest of us know. But I feel like they would want everyone to know that someone had the lice, that the lice was prevalent. But he says the equivalent of AIDS. I don't know. I think that he's wrong because I think that getting lice is worse than AIDS in elementary school. Okay, AIDS, you take a little prep, you're good. Getting lice, that stain is going to stick with you forever. You getting AIDS as an adult, you go out, you just give AIDS to somebody else. Getting lice, that's a stink that's going to follow you around. You got to change schools. You get AIDS, you stay in the same school. What about chickenpox? Chickenpox, that comes for us all. Chickenpox, herpes, that people forget that. Chickenpox, part of the same thing. My doctor keeps screening me for AIDS, HIV like 5 times now. That's probably because you've been bowling, my friend. That's direct correlation. Streets are saying that the kid bowling community was the reason lice spread. Maybe. So that people are saying Smokes is right about this. So maybe a bad take from me. Maybe one last bad take from me. And then our final one, this comes from new show Bold American Pod. Go and watch Bold American, new pod. Check this out. Bad takes from good people. Let's watch this entire clip because it keeps going. This is one of those. This is a gift that keeps on giving.
What is your favorite American city and why? And it can't be where you currently live.
If you had asked me this question, like 10, 12 years ago, without batting an eye, I would have said Austin. I don't think it's the same city that it once resembled. So I'm not going to say that. I'm going to say Naples, Florida.
Okay.
I got married there.
Naples, Florida. Oh, okay.
I got married there. Have you been to Naples before?
I have. I just wouldn't pick it as my favorite city in the world.
I've never been.
Pauses.
So crowded.
Naples isn't a top 10 city in Florida. There's significantly better cities just within Florida. Just because the Long Island medium goes down there for vacation, and I'm sure they're beautiful venues in Naples, but Naples, Florida, Naples isn't even the top Naples. There's better Naples than the Naples that we're talking about. This is the tip of the iceberg. Let's continue.
Oh my God.
What are you talking about? It's crowded.
Yeah, it's super
What are you talking
crowded.
about?
Yeah.
You're going.
It's the retirement village where you go play golf. That's all Cons wants to do. Cons wants to go and retire and play golf.
I would never want to live there, though. I just like going.
But that's the question, Connor.
I don't ever want to live in Florida. No.
All right, Sans.
I'll go opposite of Connor. He just picked the cushy vacation spot that everyone loves to visit once a year. I think my favorite city is Pittsburgh. It's blue collars. It's still beautiful. You got the
what
water.
A horrible choice.
You want to go watch a beautiful baseball game? Go down, watch the Pirates play. You want to watch the best football on the planet? You go watch a Steelers game there at Exeter Stadium, Heinz Field.
Steelers suck.
Pause this. What the fuck are they talking about? You want to watch a beautiful baseball game? Go to Pittsburgh? What the fuck are we talking about? There's 29 other places you can watch a beautiful baseball game. There's PNC Park, of course, beautiful. Pittsburgh, you could pick any city. And you're picking Pittsburgh? Pittsburgh's got character. Pittsburgh's got steel. Pittsburgh creates real Americans with thick ankles who can down pints of beer. There's great fucking bars in Pittsburgh. What the fuck are we talking about? You want that Pittsburgh is your ideal city that you want to go to? I find so much wrong with this. I've had good times in Pittsburgh, of course. There's good folk in Pittsburgh. What? Maybe Pittsburgh's the only city he's been to. That's what I'm going to have to venture, that maybe he hasn't been to cities before. Maybe he has a narrow view of what the options are, that there's other cities in Pittsburgh. Maybe he was thinking of Western Pennsylvania cities that start with a P. I think that maybe he misread the prompt and thought there was more thin than that. Let's keep on going.
It's amazing stuff. The old school bars. You want a sandwich? You go down.
You want a sandwich?
Any time of the day, still reasonably.
Every city has sandwiches.
Argument is getting.
I'm sorry, I'm not golfing in Florida, Cons. I'm sorry, I don't want to just pick up my clubs and go hang out with all the old folk down in Naples and hey, let's hit the link. I want to hang out with the blue collar boys. I want to talk about Stiller football, and I want to get to the nitty gritty blue collar people. Cons, those are my people.
I really can't say another city outside of Philadelphia. Like Philadelphia.
Oh, come on, Ryan.
I mean, I just can't. I can't. It's
this
so
I
hard.
can't argue with.
Got the East Coast covered here from you three. I'm gonna go San Diego. If I had
This is a decent take.
I'd move there in a heartbeat. I really would. It's amazing.
That's a solid choice.
It's a solid choice.
It's not Pittsburgh.
It's no Pittsburgh, but it's a good choice.
La Jolla's great, but it still smells like seals. Pittsburgh don't smell like seals.
Pause. Pittsburgh don't smell like seals. That's the one thing it has going for it. Honestly, I looked at the University of Pittsburgh to go to colleges, and one of the reasons I couldn't is I got a weird smell when I was in that area. There was a weird smell. And a couple times I visited a pit. I don't know if it's swamped out. It wasn't seals. But Pittsburgh don't smell like seals. You want a sandwich, you go to Pittsburgh. You know what? I've been craving a sandwich. I need to book a flight over to Pittsburgh so I could finally taste a sandwich. Sandwiches, I hate to say this, aren't proprietary to Pittsburgh. I'm so sorry to say this, but sandwiches are ubiquitous. Great people over there on Bold American. Obviously, good folks over there. People who love America. But yeah, just good people, bad takes. Shout out to Kevin. This is becoming my favorite segment on the show. Love the passion you're bringing. Hate brings out the best of us all. I mean, hey, we could run back good people, bad takes anytime. We just have to build up enough good people with bad takes. But I just fucking couldn't. My bro went to Carnegie Mellon, good college town. Okay, I don't hate that. There's good in Pittsburgh, but I don't think anybody in Pittsburgh's like, this is the only place for me. I would never live somewhere else if given the and it's like people who aren't basing that on the fact that their family is there or they like the sports team that they grew up rooting for. If you want a Permane sandwich, but that's not what he said. You want a sandwich, you go down to Permane's. That's what he said. If you want a sandwich, you go down to Permane's. And also, overrated sandwich. I mean, let's keep it a buck. There's, 15 better cities that have a signature sandwich than Permane's. 15 better cities that have like a handheld sandwich-like food than Permane's. Sad to say. Can we do good takes from bad people next? I love that. We could load up, but bad people is so subjective. I think it's so much easier and nicer to call someone a good person and call out their bad take than to say blanket you're a bad person. But we could try that. We could definitely try that. Best sandwich, best baseball stadium. And maybe a PNC is great, you know. I respect the hell out of it. Let's hit a little bit more of this shit before we get Spider on. I want to do... Okay, so next week, let's hit some of this Ferda stuff. Let's hit my boy, who's coming on with Tupapi, who's coming on with the Ferda. So I want to have this bro on this week. Some of my favorite videos on the internet. Somebody who just fucking gets it. And somebody who Barstool should be tapping in with merch-wise. I don't know how we don't have Ferda flags on every college campus. I don't know how we don't have Ferda shirts across the chest of every Delta Sig bro in the entire country. Let's watch some of these videos and see what the fuck Ferda is really about.
Most people are focused on being the hawk, but they're just chasing the Tua, right? But really, in reality, it's the Tua that's attracting the hawk.
And what people that are asleep that they don't understand is that you have to believe that you are the Tua in order for when you hawk. And if you want to hawk in Tua, you have to truly, truly visualize yourself and believe that you are the Tua. That is the reality of life. And that's how when you hawk, you Tua.
Exactly. Because everyone's like visualizing like, oh, I need to be the hawk. But you're just a follower at the end of the day.
Yes. Fucking yeah. So these guys get it, okay? Tupapi gets it. The guests that he brings on get it. And maybe you're getting caught up in the fact that they have muscles and are handsome and are young, handsome frat bros, and you're missing the message. Let's play another one just to see if we can really fucking capture the essence of the message that these bros are bringing to the table, bro. Because this is shit that you really have to listen to this. This isn't the kind of stuff that, you're passively listening to while you're going for a jog or doing some chores around the house. This is stuff, clear your schedule, meditate for 5 minutes beforehand, make sure your focus is right, and then tap in.
What is the ratio like at Bama?
Dude, the ratio is pretty fire. Yeah,
it's Ferda?
Pretty much like, yeah, it's Ferda as fuck. When we're freshmen, we do swaps with girls. And so there's like 60 people in a pledge class for freshmen, and there's like 250 or something like that with the girls. So like, dude.
Really?
Yeah.
Damn.
Chills down my fucking spine right now. God, that ratio sounds Ferda as fuck. Oh my God. I cannot get enough of the Ferda. What word did he use? Ferda? Yeah, bro, Ferda. Okay? And I think people are curious about the etymology of Ferda. My initial speculation is, of course, Ferda boys. Saturdays are Ferda boys. A evolution, if you will, of the term coined by an old man at a bar in Newport, popularized by John Feidelberg, plastered on flags across America, making an empire for Barstool Sports, making a merchandising conglomerate that's still paying all of our salaries today. If we would put that all into Bitcoin, $1 trillion would be in the pockets of everybody at Barstool Sports, all the cash that was made. But actually, I believe that Ferda comes from the show Letterkenny, which I didn't realize, that these boys are actually super Ferda. So I don't know exactly what the initial, and we need to have someone, who studies the origin of words to see what the fuck was it. But Ferda is 2019. Why is it back? No, bro. Ferda's 2025, bro. 2019, these bros were in fucking 8th grade. Okay? Something new has happened, and these boys are Ferda as fuck. I believe Workaholics use it too. No, Ferda's back. Let's keep on going with the Ferda, with the two poppy, and just let's tap into what the youth are thinking, okay? Because these are thought leaders. A lot of people go to fucking Parker and Dean and Nick Fuentes for their thoughts. They're youth thought leaders. No. These boys. Ferda, 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 Ferda. And there you have it. Put it on a fucking shirt, bro. Put it on a fucking tattoo across my fucking face, dude. Those bros are Ferda as fuck. Easy to root for, okay? And that makes me want to be Ferda, okay? Fertile lies make Ferda, bro. Come on, bro. Stop, bro. You guys aren't listening, okay? Ferda. Let's say one more before Spider's about to come in. I just need to, gang, you need to ride this fucking wave with me. Because the interviews are there too. And not only are the chants there, not only are we chasing the hawk and the Tua, but let's see what the fuck we're talking about with the interviews.
What's your most Ferda moment? So about two months ago, right? I'm an Eagles fan if you couldn't tell. I'm from Jersey.
Go Birds.
Okay. Came down to the SEC school. Oh, like, fuck Jersey kids? No, we run the SEC now. I'm watching the Super Bowl, and I see the clock in the fourth quarter hit 0. And I'm bartending here. And I was like, if Eagles win the Super Bowl, I got this bottle of champagne on the Ellie right over there.
No fucking way.
Bro, I swear. I shook up the champagne. It's like a $500 bottle of champagne. Shook it up, started spraying it everywhere. Bro, took off my shirt.
Shit.
I was waving that shit around on the Ellie, bro. So everyone's looking at me, bro. And I just started chugging it. And it was chug,
No
chug,
fucking way.
chug. Bro, chugged that champagne, bro, straight to the dome. And I just had a crowd of people around me just chanting Ferda, bro. Chanting Ferda. And it was like, bro, honestly might have been the highlight of my life.
You see the fucking hair on my arm, bro? It's standing up right now, bro. Goosebumps. Chills. Ferda! Bro, that was the most Ferda shit that I've... $500 worth of champagne. I can't... And when the Birds won the fucking Super Bowl, because I felt the same thing, and I've never been able to put it into words until I just heard that, until I just saw that. That's a real fucking Birds fan, and that's a real bro who's actually fucking Ferda. Salute to Poppy coming on this show to explain to us what fucking Ferda really means. You know, what the fuck we're really talking about with Ferda. What's at the base of it all. Unbelievable stuff. Thought leaders, okay? Maybe fall in line. Maybe take out the notepad, learn something, okay? Maybe, pop open the laptop. Clemmer probably can. I saw he just got in. He's fucking hosing down Meek Phil's shit off the keys of his laptop. But everybody else who still has a laptop that works, take notes, okay? Because that's how you become fucking Ferda for real. Unbelievable stuff. Spider, We got Spider here. Okay. Shout out to the bro, Spider. Ferda!
Hey, real quick, Rone, before we get into it, have you ever heard the term Gerber?
It's Toronto slang.
Yeah, that shit on TikTok has me dead, dude. Those people speak so funny.
What did they mean by Gerber?
I think that just means like calling someone a little ass baby, like I don't know. I have no idea. Honestly, hopefully that's PG because I don't want to say anything too crazy, but it gets a laugh out of me every time.
Like
Like
I heard people adding a T to it too, like Toronto Wastemen that have this the scully down, that have the balaclava on. They'll say Gerbert instead of Gerbert.
Yeah, Gerbert.
Gerbert. Oh man, what? So where are you right now? It looks like you're in Florida, bro.
I'm in Florida. I'm at the boss's house. I'm watching Miss Peaches and Pete the Beagle. So, actually, speaking of Toronto, I think Dave's headed up there tomorrow. So.
Oh, that's Florida as fuck, bro. What's he doing up there?
I think he said he had a speaking obligation. So whoever he's speaking to should be enlightened. Should be a good time.
I wonder what they're paying Dave to make him fucking crack out the passport.
Or do you think it's just love of the game?
You think he just is speaking to the people? You think he just wants to
talk?
I
don't know. I got to ask him when he gets back. I definitely need more info.
Dude, I fucking miss you, bro. What's good?
Not much, man. I mean, not a bad assignment this week. I'm just watching some dogs from this Miami mansion, so it's been great.
How many seating areas does Dave have out back of his mansion?
Probably like at least 10.
Areas?
He's got yeah, honestly.
Not even just seats. It's got to be at least 7.
I was going to say maybe like 6 or 7 areas.
Because he has the one right underneath the porch. He has the one over by the grill on the left. He, of course, has the ones by the beach. There's like another seating area on like the steps. There's the one over to the right. That's 5 I can think of.
Have you been here, Rone?
Of course, bro.
Yeah, it's a movie.
Of course, bro. You don't think that I've been down there? You don't think that I went down and broke bread with the boss man?
Hell yeah.
What do you just like go into Dave's fridge while he's like, are you just eating his peanut butter?
He told me have whatever I want. So far, I've only grabbed a couple bottles of water and a Coca-Cola. So
Dave's Ferda for sure.
Yeah, he's Ferda, big Ferda.
And what are you doing for like what does he have in his fridge? Like, is Dave stocked up? Can we get like a fridge tour of what Dave has going on, or would that be invasive?
It's all high noons. I mean, I don't think I can take the camera over there. It's like a quarter mile away. It's all high noons. It's all Lucky One lemonade, which I'm looking forward to trying probably after we're off this call.
It's incredible. Like it's incredible.
Yeah, I haven't tried that yet. I'm really looking forward to that one. And then it's just Coke and water bottles.
So no food, no snacks, Cheez-Its or what?
I didn't go into the pantry much, but he definitely has some chips and stuff. But his freezer is just all Peaches and Pete food. I love it.
Farmer's dog?
Yeah.
Amazing. Farmer's dog's the fucking best. And where are you staying? Are you staying in like the little house, or are you staying in Dave's bed?
No, I'm in the main pad, dog.
Are you in Dave's bed?
No, that would be crazy. I feel like that's a fast track to lose my job. The great thing about this house is he has like fucking, I don't know how many bedrooms. I can't even count them all. He's got 3 upstairs. I'm in one of like the not master, but like I don't know what you call that, but not the in-law suite, not the guest house.
Okay.
So I'm in the main pad, but not his room. Obviously, that would be too much.
Have you swum yet? Have you gone swimming?
I did go swimming. Yeah, it was beautiful. Beautiful. I mean, this pool's like a hot tub.
Yeah, it's so nice. And what about when you're waking up in the morning? What's your like first Are you crack of dawn with them? Are they like 5:30 or what's their
This
deal?
was the first night. So Dave was here yesterday. He flew out yesterday morning, so he kind of woke him up. But this morning, I woke up to Pete barking at like 3 a.m. I'm not sure what happened, and then I didn't really sleep well after that. So it was an early start here at the compound, but I fed him breakfast at like 9 a.m. Took him out, and yeah, everything's good.
Did Dave leave you the code to his lockbox so you could get his gun if there's any intruders?
He did. I also brought my own strap, so let's God forbid. Also, yeah, we're in good hands over here from a security perspective. I'll just say that. I'll leave it at that.
I should have asked you the top 10 guys who moved to the Chicago office and got their concealed carry right away.
I can only think of one, and I'm pretty sure you're thinking of him too.
No, there's more than one.
Well, there's one off the rip that comes to mind right away.
Yeah, of course, Jersey Jerry. But
Yeah.
there's got to be other ones. But
I think Mikey Betts, maybe.
Yeah,
I don't know who else.
They got sticks out there, bro. They got the fucking titty mags out there. They got banana clips.
As Lil Wayne would say, the guns are drawn, but they're not talking about the sketch.
Hey, yo, bro. Pause, bro. We don't even say sketch around here. But their chat saying Spider's the GOAT. Spider has longevity and content for sure, bro.
Shout out the chat. Appreciate you. I wish I could read it. I would shout some people out, but
I mean,
give me someone to shout out who's saying nice things about me on there.
Ugly Mane saying Spider don't smoke any crypto. But
shout out Johnny Hamcheck. I actually love his videos.
I know what we got to do a hand check versus Infra Brent. Do you ever watch Infra Brent's videos?
As the ladies say, that guy gives me the ick. I just don't I don't like how he handles business. Is he the guy that just like laughs and shit, like maniacally laughs at people?
He'll like come up to someone in the like Walmart and be like, "Well, tickle my pickle. I'll have a
Yeah, nah, I'm out on him. I'm not a big fan of his, but Johnny Hamcheck has me dying. Like when he does the "you hit my golf ball" one, it's like that shit is so funny every time.
Oh man, two goats. I think that they're both goats. And they're asking if Baldoni's in the chat. Megalodong is asking if Baldoni's in the chat.
Shout out Steve.
So Spider, what I brought you on for was I wanted to talk about emotional intelligence and the people that have emotional intelligence at Barstool. And I feel like you're someone who is key to talk to about this because your EQ is off the fucking charts, bro. I think that that's why you're such an easy person to get along with is because you have such high emotional intelligence. And where do you think that comes from? How do you think that you got that, fuck being book smart. I'm trying to be emotionally smart.
Honestly, I don't know. I think a lot of it has just come from the Dave Portnoy school of business, if you will.
Nah, bro, you were like that before you got here.
Yeah, that's true. I don't know. I mean, maybe it's because I spent a lot of time in New York and you got to be able to handle some like, not that I have really handled anything too crazy, but like people have a different energy about them and like a little bit more frank and straightforward and roll with the punches. Honestly, I'm not even really sure what emotional intelligence meant or means. I had to look this up like 3 different times while we were planning for this show. And I'll read you guys the definition for those like me. Emotional intelligence is the ability to manage both your own emotions and understand the emotions of people around you. There are 5 key elements: self-awareness, self-regulation, motivation, empathy, and social skills. So I would say I have maybe 3 of those down pat, really good.
Social skills off the charts. Empathy,
self-awareness,
really high. Self-awareness, great.
Those would be the 3. I think I can work on motivation and self-regulation. I'm honestly not even sure. What do you think self-regulation means?
Not blowing your gasket, being able to be the master of your own house, like controlling your emotions as opposed to letting other people control other people's emotions. Rico just walked in.
Shout out Rico. He probably should take a course on emotional intelligence, with all due respect.
Well, I think he lets people come into his own kitchen and start moving stuff around. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Instead of being like, hey, get out of my kitchen. You're not welcome in my kitchen. People
Yeah.
will kind of fuss with the pots and pans in his kitchen. So that was your list. Are there any people that you think like really aren't necessarily making the list?
Well, no spoilers, but Rico would definitely be at the top of the list. He's a guy that lets people rattle him. He leaves his door wide open for people to just fuck with him. And I think that's, it's good and bad. It sucks for him having to deal with that. But I think if he had a little bit better emotional intelligence, he might be able to kind of stiff arm some of that off him. But then again, that wouldn't be Rico Bosco. We love him because he reacts, he crashes out,
Exactly. I think Frank the Tank is another reactive guy.
Yep.
But let's check out your list, and we'll rip through this. But top 10 emotional intelligence employees at Barstool Sports, a list by Spider. Ooh, good one.
I'm starting right off with Biz, and I think I'm going to try to give like some background and some evidence as to why I feel the way I do. This one I think has been well documented. I mean, Biz was just chilling at a restaurant, minding his own business, and then some troublemakers come in and, they cross the line. It's one thing to be obnoxious and like, maybe Biz wouldn't have gotten involved if they were just being rowdy or whatever. But The second they became disrespectful and infringing on other people's, business and well-being, Biz stepped in. So I have to tip my cap to Biz. I think he's a great guy, extremely self-aware. He's the butt of the joke a lot of times. He's also wildly hilarious. He makes jokes about other people, not like in a bullying way, but you know what I mean. He can have a good time.
He could give it and take
exactly.
it.
Exactly.
One of the other things that definitely signifies he has high emotional intelligence. Do you remember that dinner that after surviving Barstool that Dave didn't get invited to, but it was me, Francis, Taylor, Will, Biz, and Whit. And Dave was pissed off about that. But at that dinner, as we're walking in, or just like beforehand, Biz was like, he asked me a question that showed his emotional intelligence really well. He was just like, hey, like, what kind of stuff are you into, like, outside of Barstool? Like, what kind of hobbies do you have? You know, he just wanted to, like, he was curious about me as a person, just like kind of the stuff that made me, or that, you know, that scratched my itch. And I thought that was just like a very insightful and caring in a way that you don't see often in the Barstool world, where a lot of people are wrapped up more in their own story.
He's a stand-up dude. I mean, he can do it on TV, on network television, like I'm going to watch tonight, and then, you know, come in the Barstool office and know people's personalities and chop it up accordingly, which I think is super admirable.
Number 9. T-Rent. Ooh, love this one. Okay, I love this one. Great emotional intelligence from Trent Daddy.
I just think Trent's as cool as the other side of the pillow. He's just easygoing. You know, he knows his spot. He plays his role well, and he's another one like Biz. Easy guy to talk to. I think he is pretty good with social skills, as evidenced by the Barstool Classic when he's there. I was at one rather in Iowa with him, his home course, or his home state rather. I don't know if that's actually his home course, but like seeing him chop it up with people, you know, he's a star. And when I first met Trent, I thought he was a little bit like, you know, kind of reserved, a little more quiet than a lot of the loud, brash personalities we have in this office. And I don't feel that way anymore. Like I said, seeing him in his element at the golf events and whatnot. And you know, he's seemingly, the other thing about emotional intelligence, it's said in my definition, you have to be able to tell how other people are going to react to what you're saying, what you're doing. I think Trent's very good at that in terms of he can kind of see into his crystal ball what the response to whatever it might be, whatever scenario ahead of time. So Trent had to have a spot on my list.
I think that Trent is soft, and not like he's like not like a hard ass. Like I think he's like a soft landing spot. He's not rough around the edges. You know, he's just like you come to him and there's like a gentleness to Trent that is very welcoming.
You know, I would say empathetic, which is again in the definition of emotional intelligence, which is why Trent has a spot on my list.
Easy smile, great guy, easy to root for. You know, I've never heard someone be like, "Oh, I fucking hate Trent." Actually, maybe Tommy says stuff like that, but just because he wants to be the only one that would say that.
The only people that are saying that are Tommy and people that are jealous that he gets to just, you know, live on the fucking PGA Tour lifestyle.
Facts. Number 8. Ooh.
Yeah. So I actually, now that I'm sitting here, I definitely neglected a couple names on this list, but Robbie had to be on there. I mean, he is like a model citizen in the Barstool world. You know, guy carved out his niche. He knew, you know, how to play the role, and he seemingly does a great job at it. I don't think anyone in our entire company has an issue with Bob Fox, and I think that's for good reason. He carries himself well. He's empathetic. He's self-aware. And he just answers the bell every single time. And anytime I'm in Bob Fox's company, it's a great time.
So nice. I think that he is, he's like, he'll be the first one to reach out too. Like he'll be like, hey, like this is a good album. Actually, there was the anniversary of After Laughter, a Paramore album that he sent me in 2017. He's like, this is the fucking anniversary of this album coming out. And he was like, this is the first album I sent you. I was so nervous to send it to you. And I think it was like 2017. You was like, you were writing it for that show in LA at the time. And that even the fact that he was aware of his own nerves, or that he was nervous, but he still sent it, like shows that he's bold enough to have the interactions, but he's aware enough of like other people's perception of him. And like, I think he's just a deep thinker and an easy guy to get along with, just very friendly.
Absolutely. He should probably be higher in my list.
Cool. And keep in the back of your mind the people that you Someone in here said pop punk is emo intelligence maxing. It low key might be. But keep in mind the people that you think that you left off. We'll do an honorable mention before you hit number 1. Ooh, Marina. Very nice. Explain why.
I think, I mean, you got to have a person like her close to the boss, and that she's done. Marina has been great since I've known her coming into this company in 2018. She's one of the first people that reached out to me and, took me, kind of showed me the ropes here. And that was when we were lucky enough to have her working not remotely. So yeah, I definitely miss seeing her in the office all the time. And I think she does a great job because she's working closely for Dave. You got to understand, again, not only have self-awareness for yourself, but how he's going to react accordingly to certain situations. And I think she's probably up there in terms of, the top people in my book that know how he's going to react. Again, back to the crystal ball thing. She can almost see the future. So immense respect for her. And I think she has great foresight a lot of times.
She's so nice. She is not really like a people pleaser, like in that, like in like a negative connotation of the word. Like she doesn't go out of her way to try to like butter people up and be fake. She's just real and like just like you could tell by the people with whom she surrounds herself that she's just like rock solid. And if you take the time to know her, I think that she's one of the absolute delights of Barstool.
Absolutely. Yeah, and I think she does a good job. She's not overly friendly. I feel like that she picks her spots and she can be, stern and responsible when need be. She can, get professional real quick, which is good. That's a good skill to have, especially given the role she's in. So
Sneaky, one of the smartest people we have too.
Exactly.
IQ and EQ.
Yeah, she's got the parlay going.
Exactly. She got all the cues. 6. Whoa, bro. Keep me out of here, bro.
Yeah, honestly, maybe I'll replace Rone with one of my honorable mentions.
Yeah.
But no, honestly, Rone, I got to tip my cap to you, though, too. I don't think I've ever seen you come in the office in a bad mood or, upset. You do a great job at compartmentalizing. Forgive me if I use that word wrong. You can separate things. You know what I mean? If you're having a bad day out of work, I would never even know. So I have to commend you on that. You do a great job. If there's someone I can go to for advice, I feel like you're one of those guys I can run stuff by. And I think that's a testament to your self-awareness, your position in the company, your emotional intelligence, and a lot of different great characteristics and qualities you have about you. No glazing.
Number 5. Tommy. Okay, I like this. Tell me why with Tommy.
Tommy had to be on the list. He's been kind of like, when I first started at Barstool, he really helped me kind of get my footing. And I feel like a lot of people could use someone like that. You can tell who doesn't have someone like that in their corner coming in with just no kind of advice or, showing them the ropes. And I think Tommy does a great job. He's another guy that has a great relationship with Dave and the top dogs, and he seemingly knows how this place works. He's been around here a long time, long enough to know how people will react to stuff and what's good and bad and stuff like that. So
he's also he has a combination of being ambitious, but he doesn't take himself too seriously.
Yeah, well, back to the biz thing. He can dish it, but he could also take it. I think he wears a joke better than a lot of people at our company. In fact, a lot of his content is like self-deprecating, which is not my cup. Like, it is my cup of tea to watch, but I would never do that myself. I just can't. That's not me. But I think he does a great job. And again, self-awareness off the charts.
Yeah.
Except for when he says he thinks he's like Timothy Chalamet if shit went a little bit different. Like that's crazy.
That has to be a joke, right?
Yeah. Back to my thing. Yeah, that has to be a joke.
It has to be funny because we can all see him.
Right.
Type shit. Number 4. Rhea, okay. Explain why.
Yep.
Love it.
I think she has, again, back to the self-awareness. She does a great job. She saw a market for, chicks content at Barstool, and she has really been a mainstay. She's been level-headed. She's reacted and, handled herself professionally the whole step of the way. And I think that's really commendable. And again, like, she carved out a niche for herself like Robbie Fox did. And she kind of put chicks and, Barstool female content on the map. Prior to that, before I started working here, I wasn't, super familiar with the female content creators at Barstool, if at all. And I feel like she's been a mainstay. And her and Fran are a wagon, and I think they do a great job. And yeah, I don't know. I think
one of the
just,
main things of the criteria that you listed was people's ability to like regulate their emotions and like be themselves with whatever feedback comes in and out. And I think Rhea's been here longest of like I think the women that work at Barstool. And to be honest, I think the women at Barstool get like the most insane and weird hate of all time. So the fact that she's been here the longest and the fact that women get that, she probably has experienced the most of that, and she seems to be thriving in the face of that, which I think is a good sign of emotional intelligence.
Absolutely. Like the DMs and mean tweets and shit that they got to deal with. I think she does a great job. Also, there's something to be said about longevity. A lot of the female content creators that I've worked with here, or even that came before I started working here, I feel like have come and gone. But Rhea, I feel like you could just set your watch to her and she's just going to keep doing her thing, which is definitely a trait of emotional intelligence.
Let's get into this top 3. BC.
Yeah. So he had to be on the list. Again, another guy I think that just does a great job. He can easily take a joke and make light of himself, but also dishes it out as well. And I think, again, he does a great job of separating, the stressful kind of management. I guess he's not really, he definitely does a little bit of management to a certain degree. But he does a great job of like separating the stress that comes along with, being like number 1 or number 2 at the company and simultaneously being one of the funniest content creators on the internet. So I think that requires self-awareness and a lot of emotional intelligence traits. He was definitely going to be on my list. It was just a matter of where.
And the fact that he has to manage a lot of personalities in Chicago in a day-to-day, hands-on type of scenario.
Absolutely.
He's not only creating a lot of content, but people come to him asking for advice, or there'll be shit that goes wrong, and he'll have to figure out a way to deal with it. I think that he obviously does a good job, and it's marked by the success of him and the success of the people around him.
Absolutely. I mean, his track record is just elite. So he does a great job, not only in front of the mic, but also, behind closed doors when he has to give advice, like you said, or do a little bit of the management side of things.
Number 2. Ooh, good one. PFT has to be up there.
Yeah. Honestly, he should probably be number 1. Again, he like you, Rone, is a guy I have never ever seen upset. I mean, he does a great job of, separating what's going on in his life versus what he brings to work, and I think that's really, really important trait to have. Every single day I come in, he greets me, says, "Hey, Spider, good morning." Not that politeness is necessarily a trait of it, but I think he does a great job overall because he's another guy can make a joke, can take a joke, and he's has a diverse skill set. And another one that with social skills, I think he's probably up there as one of the best in that regard.
He gets it so well. You could put him in any scenario and he's going to thrive. I've seen him at his like really hard personal moments for him. I've seen him at awesome moments for him. I've seen him just coming into a situation raw, and he's so good at asking people about things. He's so good at caring about other people. I think
very empathetic.
So empathetic. Empathy's through the roof. He really, really deserves this number 2 spot on the list. You're saying he could have been number 1. I totally agree. He could have been number 1. You want to hit some honorable mentions before you go number 1?
Yeah, I think there's just one that I have.
Okay.
And that would be Frankie Borelli. I think he's another guy.
Big facts.
And I don't know if it's more so character development, like I don't know. I mean, obviously he started before I did, but where he's at right now is unbelievable emotional intelligence off the charts. He's another guy with that crystal ball that can just tell you explicitly how Dave is going to react to X, Y, or Z. He does a great job. He's very self-aware and, great golfer as well. But he had to be on my list. Well, I guess he should have been on my list. I probably should have swapped him out for you, Rone. No offense.
No, it'd be weird. It's weird to put me on this show.
Yeah. You didn't have any feedback, so I imagine so.
Yeah, well, I'm not gonna be like, yeah, I actually am fucking great at talking to people.
Well, you basically made me do that.
Well, you should be honorable mention too then.
Well, how about we got Miss Peaches down here somewhere. I don't know if you can see her.
Hey,
Sorry, I'm
yo.
probably giving the chat fucking
No, it's okay.
cycle.
You're not giving the chat anything. Get Peaches on cam, bro. Get our views up.
Come on, Peachy.
So the bro in the chat here, Toter, is saying that if you put Dave at number 1, he's leaving.
All right, yeah. So don't show number 1 then.
They said emotional intelligence and being nice are not the same thing. In fact, overly nice people lack emotional intelligence and have difficulty managing and conveying their true feelings. Maybe that's true, but we were talking about people like Marina on this list who are actually not overly nice and have extremely high emotional intelligence. I also think that we've seen PFT be really nice, and we've seen PFT also have boundaries, and I think that's part of emotional intelligence too. Like the guy at the Caps game who's like, "Why don't you sit down?" He's like, "Why don't you shut the fuck up?" You know what I mean?
Great clip.
He's a
great clip,
hilarious clip, but also shows his ability to stand up for himself and his ability to know where the content line is. So it's not just people who are overly nice. But let's get to number 1 on the list, and let's see if we lose Toter as a viewer.
Yeah, sorry, Toter. I mean, listen, back to the Marina thing. I don't think emotional intelligence, as much as it said social skills, was all about being nice and friendly and outgoing. And don't get me wrong, Dave is all those things. But he can also tell people like PFT did in that video from the Caps game to go fuck themselves when need be. And I think that's an important characteristic to have. So I can't imagine.
Read the definition again. What were the 5 parts in the definition? Can you bring that up one more time? Let's see if Dave really fulfills these, or if this is just the glazing Olympics.
Self-awareness. I think, what would you say? I think he's got pretty good self-awareness.
Go on.
Self-regulation. I don't really know what that means, but the other ones are the ones that I'm going to really hammer home.
Okay.
And that starts with motivation. You don't build a media empire being, every average Joe. He is in the top 1 percentile of motivated people. If there's something that he wants to achieve or accomplish, he makes it happen. So I think he's definitely
motivation's crazy.
Yeah, top 1 percentile or 99 percentile. I don't know how to if I'm saying
top
that
1%.
backwards.
You got it.
And then the 2 remaining ones, again, I think he's really good at empathy. I mean, I just showed the camera a rescue dog. This guy has a soft spot in his heart. He's so empathetic. He reaches out to people. He takes care of his own staff if people are going through a hard time.
Doesn't he have hats that say pro dog, anti-human?
Yeah, somewhere. I'm sure there's one behind me. There's 100 hats. But I mean, yeah, I think he's very empathetic. He has a soft spot for a lot of people that work, for him and not even people that he cares about. So I think that's very admirable, and that definitely characteristics of empathetic person.
And what was the last one?
The last one is social skills. I mean,
yeah, I agree. I think he does have really good social skills.
Yeah, he's kind of like with PFT in the sense where you can kind of plug and play him in a bunch of different settings, and I think that's essential for him to get to where he's at now. He has to be.
I think that one thing that Dave gets very little credit for is, and I've seen this being out with him, or like we went to the Celtics game where it's just me and him, no security, no nothing, and like he'll take a picture with literally everybody that wants a picture. People come up to him and be like, "I know so and so," and he'll have the conversation with them. He won't brush them off. He'll give them the benefit of the doubt. He is very much the genuine article, and what you see on camera. He's not like being like, "Oh, fuck you," like he would be to an employee he's mad at when he's meeting someone in public. He's very nice and a good representative of the brand.
Absolutely.
Some people that the chat is saying deserve a bit of a mention as well. Nick,
yeah.
High emotional intelligence.
Absolutely. He should have been another honorable mention because that's a good point, chat.
He might be too kind though. Nick, he might not have the no button. Someone's asking him to do something. He loves people so much that he's just going to do it. So I want more no's from Nick this year.
Buckin saying Spider doing tricks on it. Come on, man.
Come on, bro. They're also saying Large should be up there. I think Large is pretty good with it. Large definitely has it. Shot rubbing. And I think they're saying Jenks as well.
Jenks is a good one. To be like the kind of yin to Frank's yang, you have to be a little bit different than him. And I think Jenks fills in all the emotional intelligence for both of them. That's a great honorable mention, chat.
They said Hank too.
Hank's another good one. Yeah. Listen, there's only 10 spots, so
right. Not everybody can make it. Everybody can't come.
Shout out Lucas, my boy, in the chat. Yeah, I mean, not everyone can make it. Maybe we'll have to do at least a bottom 10 emotional intelligence at some point, Ron.
Ooh, that's gonna ruffle feathers, but I think that people will like that more than this list. People don't like when we're nice to each other, but we had to be nice one time, RoneDotCom type shit.
That's right. Shout out RoneDotCom. Thanks for having me, Ron.
Bro,
did I miss anything?
No, you still with the Nets, right?
Yeah, we got hosed in that draft lottery. And I know all these people on Twitter, there's two audiences. There's people saying that it's rigged, and then there's everyone being like, imagine thinking the NBA draft lottery is rigged. I'm personally of team it's rigged. I mean, come on. Did you see the picks? The guys that, like, in the last 15 years, they showed the graphic. There was like 5 teams that had under 2% to win it that ended up winning it. And I think this year with the whole Luka shit, which don't even get me started. I mean, I got a lot of takes on the NBA, Ron. It's just like a soap opera, dude. Well, tell me how Nico accepts the first trade offer, like for Anthony Davis. I mean, the Brooklyn Nets have 25 fucking first round picks in the next 2 years. You're telling me, I mean, that's not actually facts, but you know what I'm saying.
Well, everybody knows none of those will be the top pick because the fucking Nets are
I
cursed.
guess you're right. Yeah, but that was kind of disappointing. And I mean, I think they had us projected at like 4th or 5th. So to get like 7th or 8th is not ideal. Also, like, New York's a big market. If you're going to rig it for the Nets. They need a little something.
No respect for the Nets, but utmost respect for you, Spider. You're the fucking man. Everybody saying A-Rack in the chat, bro. Run it the fuck up in the chat for Spider. Get the Spiders going in the fucking chat, bro. One time
Appreciate
for the fucking
guys.
dubs for the fucking Spider, man. You're the
Shout
man,
out Kyle.
Brother. We're gonna keep it going with you. Whenever you want to come back on, we'd love to have you on, bro.
Hell yeah. Thank you, Ron. Thank you, chat. Everyone have a nice rest of your day. I appreciate it. What a great start to my day was joining you, Ron. So thank you.
Ferda.
See you, buddy.
All right. Take it easy,
How do I leave this? Tyler, will you boot me out? I don't know how to leave. Shout out Tyler.
Shout out Tyler. Let's hit some of these fucking vids before we get out of here. We got a lot to do today. Fucking hit this or whichever one. You good? Oh, okay. Oh, shout out Game Time one time. Holy shit, Game Time. First off, GameTime.co. We're going to GameTime.co. But I'm really smashing the app, bro, because NBA playoffs are here. They're not happening in Brooklyn, unfortunately, because the Nets can't take care of business, but they are happening in the Apple. And if you want last-minute, hard-to-get tickets, the easiest way to get them is through Game Time, the official ticketing partner of Barstool Sports. Killer last-minute deals, last-minute seats. You can get the Game Time Picks feature. You just click on something. You can sort by all in. You click on something, boom. There's your seats. There's your prices. They're right there. The prices actually go down closer you get to Game Time, and you can save up to 60% when you're buying last-minute tickets. It's also easy and it's fast. You get the tickets and they're right there. You can really buy them in line if you wanted to. I was looking at some Knicks tickets for that second round. Once they take care, or that next round, once they take care of business, ECF, bro, should be classic. Them against the Pacers, it's going to have a 90s feel. And, you know, it's going to be 90s prices with Game Time. What are you waiting for? Get those Knicks tickets today. Get tickets for whatever you're looking for. Comedy, concerts, basketball, baseball in Pittsburgh, sandwiches in Pittsburgh. Take the guesswork out of buying NBA playoff tickets with Game Time. Download the Game Time app, create an account, and use code RoneDotCom for $20 off your first purchase. Again, terms apply. Create an account. Redeem code RoneDotCom for $20 off. Download the Game Time app today. What time is it? It's Game Time. Tyler, dealer's choice, bro. What do you want to hit us with, bro? Hit us with some fun shit to watch on the way out of here, bro, as we're chilling. Shout out to the fucking chat, bro. You guys rule. I'm fucking wet. I'm prank calling. I'm getting closer to being dry, but for whatever reason, this knee is just... These lower legs are just soaked. But I'm out here, bro. Pace ass. course, obviously. This is Infrabren, okay? So this is the dude that Spider was talking shit on. I don't know what he's talking about. We're going to have to do a full show going head-to-head, Infrabren and Johnny Hamcheck, penalty kick style. We'll see who people fuck with more each video. But this is Infrabren. I don't know if you guys fuck with him, but I do heavily. Let's watch.
Spit in my tub and tickle my nub.
Okay. And how can I help you today?
A table for one, please.
I should rub my warm clothes.
Oh, well. I'm just lying low till the heat dies down.
There you go, hon. Matt will be your server. No, not Matt. Amanda will be your server. She'll be right with you.
Okie doke, thank you.
When he's so sad saying table for one.
You could sit him with me if you like. I'm awfully lonely. Tu hablas Espanol?
No.
Ah, darn. How the hell are you?
Wonderful, and yourself?
I'm well. Well, apparently I'm not allowed near telescopes anymore.
What is that?
I don't want to get into it. No menu for me. I know exactly what I want.
Absolutely.
Do some crouton water.
All right.
And a garlic mash
All right.
cafe.
You got it.
GMC, as Kenneth would say. Remember this? It's like a latte, but instead of the leche, garlic mashed potatoes.
Side of mashed potatoes then for you.
In the coffee. Ooh, here it comes.
I brought it just so you could add as much as you wanted into the
Oh, okay, that's fine. Let me take care of you real quick before you get going there. I started a joke which started the whole world crying, but I didn't see that the joke was on me. There you are. Keep it all, of course. Just don't go spending it all on drugs now.
Absolutely not. I have children. This is one of them.
Alrighty, bye-bye.
Oh my god. With the picture he puts up. Oh my god, bro.
It's like potato soup.
He really stirs it and finishes it. And she didn't ask a single question about the crouton water either. She was just 100%
Be
good
honest,
to it.
are you ladies off to go to the fashion show?
Not at all. Nope.
They just stopped
Have a
fucking
nice
with
day.
it. But he knew when to quit. That's a good emotional intelligence by Infrabren. Oh my god, psychopath behavior, or he's just making funny videos on the internet. But god damn, was that funny. So uncomfortable. This is the best type of autism. I mean, I think that he's being funny on purpose. I think that he's being intentionally awkward on purpose. And man, does it tickle it for me. Caleb Presley video. Fuck, I don't have that one up. What if he's the New England serial killer? See, he's been on other things. Like I was looking for videos of him, and he's like done interviews. He's not like Johnny Hamcheck, who doesn't like to show his face, who will like run away if you pull out a camera. Infrabren's just a real guy who is extremely funny. He's been doing it for 20 years, probably. I don't even know where the fuck he's from, but he's truly elite, 1 million Instagram followers. So I'm not the only person who thinks so. But yeah, let's get some more ones. What else, Tyler? Anything you're seeing, or you want me to start ripping, bro? Anything that you saw that just like really tickled your fancy? Yo, okay. So shout out to Nick. Nick went crazy with this one. He's just upstairs grinding away, but then he said, I'm going to go ahead and make some fucking content on the weekend. And this is the kind of stuff that it's like when songwriters are like, I know a song's a good song, when I'm like, I wish I made that song. I look at this, I'm like, oh, I wish I made that song. I wish I made this video. This is a fucking great video. Drinking around the world in Manhattan, 13 countries, 13 stops. Let's watch.
Drinking around the world in Manhattan. 13 countries, 13 stops. Let's go. Hello there from Canada. I'm having a Caesar at the Canuck. Guten Tag from Germany. I'm having a German Pilsner from Standard Beer Garden. Hola from Mexico. I'm having a margarita at Ofrenda. Bonjour from France. I'm having a Kir Royale at Bouvet. G'day from Down Under. I'm having a Sydney Lager at Old Mate's Pub. Ni hao ma from China. I'm having a Tsingtao at Wuhan. Hi from America. I'm having a Budweiser at Spring Lounge. Buongiorno from Italy. I'm having an Aperol Spritz at Finelli's. Annyeonghaseyo from Korea. I got soju from Noan. Marhaban from Morocco. I got a rock at Cafe Mogador. Konnichiwa from Japan. I got an Orion and a sake from Sake Bar Decibel. Oi, bruv, from England. I'm having a Fuller's at Churchill Tavern. Shite, I'm shooting the crack in Ireland. I'm having a Jameson and a Guinness at Falsha.
He's alone at the end. It's like the music's echoing. It was a sunny day. He was dead sober, and then he's just fucking wrecked. What a beautiful day. I cannot imagine what his shit looked like. The combination of different alcohols and like brewing techniques, barley, wine, and water from across the world mixed in with like hard booze and shots. Oh my God, it's a young man's game. Oh my God, his poor tummy. Kir Royales are delicious. I'll just say it. I don't even know. I consider myself a relatively curious and worldly guy. I've never had a Kir Royale, and it looks good. The Mook Can't Sleep vlog was great. I believe that. When's the next warm ones coming out? That's a good question. We got to rip a warm one. Chat, who do you think we should get on the next warm ones? Could be fun. Could be fun. Let's get some more. Let's get some more of these videos. We had, I don't know if you want to do those the campaign linked videos that I sent. So Jeff Lowe, every time I find a weird ass person online to follow, Jeff Lowe is already following them. Like Two Poppy, like he's already following the Ferda guys because he's just tapped in on the weird shit that hard. And he texted me yesterday. He was like, me and KB found some new dudes and presented without further comment the new dudes that they found. So we can't really listen to the music. But look at the amount of teeth that we're seeing. They're just fucking cheesing, both of them. The veneers must have just come in. Or they just got the whitening or some shit. But oh my God, they're having such a fucking good time. These boys can't stop fucking showing their back teeth. Oh my God. He's having so much fun. I mean, he got a great head of hair. I think maybe I'm cracking up like that if I had a good ass head of hair like that. But they say love this guy, but no barber is this funny. Let's watch another one because there's just a ton of them. Because it's not just one time. He's coming in like this again. Cheesing. Same song. Throwing his head back laughing. Showing the bottom of both rows. Jason Solomon vibes, bro. Or fucking, what's his name? Solomon vibes, bro. The guy from Summer House, bro. They're showing every tooth in his mouth. Jesse Solomon. Unbelievable. Great beards, but these guys are just fucking yucking it up. He can't stop smiling. He got a great smile. I won't front on him for that, but campaign, the real campaign. Just hit me with one more just to prove how fucking consistent they are with their fucking looks and their smiles and their country music. And it's, do these guys bowl? You know what I'm saying? Are these guys bowlers? Let's watch.
No. I think I need a new hat.
So they're straight. I don't think they bowl. Like, we're straight presenting, relatively.
I'll tell you what.
This is just what being an influencer, they gotta be in Nashville, right? This has to be Nashville. Oh, you hit a little gritty? Yeah, this is what they want. This is what Kristen Cavallari turned Nashville into, bro. Unbelievable. It's just such a, he is, I think, like the way that Montana boys were like the alpha of their aesthetic. Like he is like the alpha of like the skinny jean, like Chelsea boot, deep smile aesthetic. It's I mean, and he nails it. He hits it hard, but it's just like so modern Nashville feeling. It's so much to fucking chew on. Truly unbelievable stuff. Truly fantastic stuff. Let's give some more credit to the people from within Barstool. We had a Stephen Che video at the bottom of there, which I thought was just fantastic this week. Korean broadcast goes nuts. Did you say you can do this? Maybe the funniest thing Che's ever done. Che, people don't give him enough credit, bro. Elite Che video. Extremely funny. Leans into being Asian. Nailed the fucking aesthetic of the clip. The two where everybody is. Hits all the words right at the exact fucking right time. Just truly incredible shit. Che is so funny, bro. I totally agree. Have the girl from Barstool on warm one, but with seltzers. What do you mean the girl from Barstool? What do you mean by that? Who's the girl from Barstool? Who are you talking about? Because Ferda is like, does that involve the girls? Let's hit a couple freaking more of these guys. Maybe we could hit a rap one. I don't know if those roasting ones, are we allowed to play those, you think? Probably not, right? But those shits are so funny. We could hit my bro rapping in the wild. We could hit the Gordy rap. We could hit Grill Guy fight with his what? The Elon impression. We had some good ass shit. The mocktails. We're talking about. We could hit the with Ray. Okay, let's hit, bro. This shit was so fucking good. I'll play a video from him every fucking week, bro.
Are you jumping on this? Here you go, bro. Are you gonna rap for me?
I'm a fan, first of all.
Thank you,
I want to
man.
say I'll rap for you.
What kind of beat you like?
I can set you up with the tempo.
Yeah, I would love that.
Chords. Okay, like
shout out Rabbi Darkside, bro.
Yes. So let me unbutton my jacket, get down. Out here, don't play tennis, we raise the racket. Immaculate flow, I'm smashing atoms. I love New York City, motherfuck Eric Adams.
Let's go.
I'll take it back on the ground like a Bowser. You can see me Google Chrome, that's the browser. And you know I'm off of this thing. The way I break out the bars, I'm out of the bing. The bada boom in the locker room. Low suffer. You got some ghosts, but he's the Ghostbuster with the beat pack. Hit you with the heat pack. Hit you with the knee tap. I looked in the mirror this morning, I said I'm handsome. When I was a kid, I throw a tantrum. We busting out the house or the mansion. We in the house even though it's on the street. After this, I smoke that spliff like peace. With you, and I got Big Red Chew. No bubble gum for the pop fiends. Rock these microphones up here in the top key. You can see me where I rock and hit all the oxen free. Wherever he goes, he accumulate crowds. You in the storm, dog, I hover like a cumulus cloud. You can say I'm serious like XM blessing.
Bro, that's so insane the way that he was talking like Big Red, and then he's talking about bubblegum, no bubblegum rap. He was like doing search engines. He did the Bing, like the bada boom. He's talking about clouds. He's like, then he's taking this serious, but like making a metaphor off of that, not just saying shit. Like truly insane fucking freestyling from him. So fucking good. God damn it. God damn it. Some bars in there, bro. It was not playing at all. At all. God damn. How about Gordy? You want to hit? Can we hit this Gordy, bro? Because this is like freestyle. I mean, it's not even from this year, but like freestyle of the year type shit, bro. Bro, if you want to listen to every word of somebody rapping, behold.
Look, yo. My next work probably my best work. Right. They say, heavy is the head that wear the crown, nigga. My neck hurt. Niggas don't want work, they be like, let's work. I'm the character you unlock when you finish the game on expert. The flow polish, like toe polish. Said cousin called me, say that shit just landed, he like my co-pilot. Coming in peace, we don't want no violence. Unless the money low, that's when my problems become your problems. School of the gifted, nigga, class in session. Raise a hand and ask a question. They say your first could be your last impression. I'm the adult, you niggas adolescent. Looking at the class for half a second. Some of you niggas won't even last the lesson. Get in the booth and I get mad aggressive. All I know is you can have my seconds. Rap don't work, I had to mash and weapon. Because my hood turned to the upside down as soon as it passed 11. Shit a lot to handle, dog. Like finding out about Santa Claus or playing 2K with the broken analog. For the fentanyl, we was hitting court with the Manitow. Said niggas hot till I be like, when turn their candle off. This shit speak for itself, don't it? I can't imagine being them niggas that slept on it. They threw dirt on my name, but now they put some respect on it. Cause now when the phone ring, it got label execs on it. You know how that shit go when the chips low. All you got is your pistol. Soon as the money come, niggas love you. Now they miss you. Niggas be so forgetful, but my memory good. I'm from Philly, nigga, a block away, my enemy hood. This shit ain't happen overnight, I had to bleed for it. You reach for it, then cousin to cause a scene for it. Try your luck, none of that sucker shit gon' fly with us. At the table with all the higher ups, thinking how to divide it up, so play with something safe, dog. Yeah, like napalm, niggas be DMX, go to court and turn into Nate Dogs.
Oh my God. That's as good as rap gets, bro. I think it's Gordy. Bro, Philly, bro. That's so fucking good, bro. That's so fucking insane, bro. That's just as good as rap gets. I'm not gonna drag it. He just so fucking incredible. He crushed it. Go follow him and enjoy rappers. We're just trying to put highlight to people who are talented on this show. We're trying to highlight people at Barstool who are doing their job well, who have high emotional intelligence, trying to be positive and bring some good vibes even on a rainy day. Content schedule. We're going to have later on this week, the driving video is going to come out probably tomorrow evening. Bang that out today. Have it for you tomorrow. Flip that shit like a pancake and hit them with the secret handshake type. And then after that, we're going to try and get the backpack out here, do the little series, try to do more stuff, Sass Francis, try to do more driving stuff, try to hit more one-on-ones. Believe me, I'm being assiduous about hitting people up, trying to get them on the show, trying to get them on the stream, trying to book for myself, trying to make it happen for myself, trying to make it happen for you guys. Fire off in the fucking chat one time. The fact that you guys stayed, fire. The fact that you're here, fire. The fact that I know you'll be here next week, fire. Shout out to everybody in the booth. Shout out to you guys, the truth. See you guys next week.